Brooklyn Independent Television.
Hi, welcome to Brooklyn Review. I'm Brian Vines, coming to you today from the lovely Fort Greene Park. 2 New York Republican Assembly members are floating a plan in Albany that would bring some much-needed relief at the pump. But the question is, will this gas tax holiday mean we save now but pay later? Sherry Carabin is with some commuters to find out if the plan has enough gas to go the distance.
It hurts.
That's how many drivers are feeling these days each time they visit the pump.
It's too high. Right now I'm filling for almost $80, and I usually fill for $60.
It's expensive to drive.
Are you driving less?
No, I don't drive that much.
Gas prices have been on the rise for a while. In April, Republican Assemblymen Jim Tedesco and Greg Ball came up with a proposal to ease the pain and suffering, at least for a few days. They want to suspend the taxes that New York State collects at the pump over the Memorial, Independence, and Labor Day weekends. The cuts would amount to a savings of 33 cents per gallon. Welcome news to some Brooklyn drivers.
I think anything would help at this point. Gas is definitely rising. That's why I'm driving the Prius, fuel-efficient car. So anything that would help be great.
I don't know if that would entice me to rent a car and drive or even pick up my car and drive, but it's definitely a good initiative.
But not everyone is as enthusiastic.
I don't know where it would come out on the other end. If they weren't getting the tax on it, would we get taxed in some other way?
Yeah, well, have an impact on the community, but after that's done, what's going to be next for those people that's going to work, that need to be at work and cannot fill their tanks? You know? So, I mean, at the moment, it's an emergency act, and that'll be good for those who need to go out and visit family. But what's next, the question? That's what we, the citizens and residents, need to know. What's next for us?
Governor Andrew Cuomo hasn't ruled out the idea, but he's concerned about the loss of an estimated $19 million in revenue. Brooklyn Borough President Marty Markowitz isn't ready to green-light the proposal either.
I need to see further study as to what the economic benefits might be, what the loss might be, what it means for the MTA region. So it sounds good. I mean, who doesn't want to pay less taxes on anything? But we have to. I would have to look at it further before I endorse it.
In the meantime, there is some good news. Oil prices are falling, and that's expected to translate into noticeably lower gas prices around the country. So what do you think the long-term solution would be to this problem?
I think people just being more mindful, using their cars less if they can, taking public transportation, take your bike. We could do our part.
I think we need to, as a country, start looking at alternative gas. I'm a big fan of that. Solar power, hydrogen gas, natural gas, anything to get away from oil. So that's where I stand.
If the prices are getting you down, you might want to consider the perspective of this Canadian driver.
The prices are even much higher than here, so it's crazy. It's crazy. So much money to spend, especially in a car like this when you have to use a 93 type gas.
So people here are actually getting a break and they don't know it.
They do.
This is Sherry Carabin reporting for Brooklyn Review.
Follow us on Twitter at BK Independent TV.